There we go.
Okay.
Yay,
Good
there we go.
evening and
You
welcome.
owe our viewers a massive apology.
Oh, why? I can't help it. I'm not creative and technical at the same time. Good evening and welcome to Chasing Prophecy, Friday Night Live, where we discuss anything and everything beyond the scope of normal.
Absolutely.
So, we're going to discuss some crazy stuff tonight. We want to know your ghost stories. So, post them in the comments if you want to join in. I'll send you a link here in Messenger. We want to hear all your spooky stories about ghosts, cryptid creatures. What else, Sean?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Hey, Joni. Hi.
Hi, Joni.
Hi, y'all. He said, excuse me, my allergies are off the scope of normal. And I've been sneezing constantly, taking Benadryl, Claritin, Flonase. So, be kind tonight because I can't help it. I can't breathe.
Well, let me ask you, what did you think of the new radio station that we were involved with?
I love
I
it.
would like to hear our comments from other people too.
Yeah, I loved it. I think it was really cool being in New Orleans, the capital, I think, paranormal. I love it.
Absolutely.
We had a great turnout. We had a lot of viewers. We were doing really good there so far. So the only thing is I've had a lot of complaints about that we're not talking and discussing enough paranormal. So
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple people, but not everything's paranormal. We discussed this a little bit earlier today.
yeah.
You know,
But I think if we're gonna reincorporate more paranormal ghostly stuff, UFOs, cryptic creatures. I want to know some of your cryptic creatures. I've had a lot of experiences and weird stuff that's happened to me, and I want to know you guys what strange things have happened to you. So please definitely post your stories, and if you want to be on, let me know and we'll put you right on with us. I'm glad you loved it, Joni. I'm glad. I think it was a really James. I think he talked a lot. I mean, stuff that can help us all manifest money in our pocket. And what do you think, Sean? And I lost Sean. Sean, where did you go? Oh my goodness gracious! Did you hit something? I'm talking to myself here. Oh, let me send him another link. I'm not sure where he went. We're just not having. Where'd you go, Sean?
oh,
Where'd you go?
I just don't know what the hell's happening here now today.
I don't know either. I think it's probably really weird. It seems like every time we get together on here, we have some weird stuff happen.
Of course.
Yesterday I was talking to myself. I mean, I was talking, but you guys couldn't hear me, so I don't know what happened. I don't
I
know.
I don't know either.
I don't know
But we
either.
got to get your son more involved with this for our Friday nighters. Because I
Yeah.
really enjoy this. I really do enjoy this.
Well, I'm not sure what happens. I mean, I'm not using his my John. He put me on with Streamlabs, and that's a gaming platform. And for some reason, it wasn't working yesterday, so now I'm using this called Streamlines. No, this is called StreamYards. Yes. So I'm not sure. We're supposed to be broadcasting on both of my platforms, not my author page, but my Chasing Prophecy, my personal page, and YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Maybe that's what the problem is. You got everything going at one time there, honey.
no, you're supposed to be able to do that. So
Oh, okay.
So far the only person on I can see that's watching is Joni. I see 11 people so far. So come on, people. We want to know your stories. We want to hear
Yeah,
your.
come
We want
on.
to
I want
hear
to hear your
your.
stories.
Kelly, if you're listening, text me and I'll send you a link. You can tell us about your Lois story. I know Lois is. Hello, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mom, posted Facebook. They're having a live show. Mom, I am here. I am live.
Hi, Mom.
I am on YouTube. Both Facebook pages.
Damn.
Yeah, if you want a link, guys, I'm going to send them a link anyway. Johnny, you want to tell us some spooky stories? I can send you a link. We want to hear it. We want to hear your stories. So come on. I mean, we're getting close to Halloween.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, this is the time. I mean, come on. Mark's sleeping and I'm about to go to bed. Oh my God, you people. Yeah.
Oh
So
man, that's depressing. Yeah. But at least we got Joni
I know. Yeah. Okay. Tell us about Prospect Park
place.
place, and that's a haunted place.
It's a
And
haunted. Yeah.
yeah, it's a haunted place in Ohio. About you said you had some kind of strange thing going on with some woman there.
Yeah, a woman ghost. Her
Hmm.
name is Constance.
And she committed suicide, right?
No, she didn't. The little girl did. She fell from the second floor. And Constance, I think, just died of natural causes. I'm not sure. Hey, can
Wow.
you friend my friend Augie? Send out that link to everybody, please.
Yeah. Okay. Send it to you, or you can just
Or
forward it.
I don't know how to do it. If I make a move, I'm going to get out of here. And I
Okay. Let
know.
me see if
I'm
I can.
sorry.
I'm gonna I'm gonna post it on your Facebook page. No, then we'll have everybody coming in.
Well, that's good. That's what we
Okay.
want.
If you want me to do that, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
please do.
All right. Yeah. I'm not I'm not technical, believe it or not.
I think you're doing an awesome job.
I'm
Hey,
trying.
Joni, I know you're listening. Do you have a story for us?
Okay. I posted there. I'm not sure if anybody knows how to do that. They click it, right? They just click it.
Yeah, that's it. I do believe so.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of weird stuff that happened to me in my own house. I mean, I'm not sure if that's considered a ghostly ghost, but there's a lot of ghost stories. Especially around Pennsylvania, there's a lot of stories, a lot of cryptic creatures, a lot of UFO stories. MUFON. No, I mean I've been in MUFON. Well, I was in MUFON, and
How long were you in MUFON?
I was in MUFON. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 5, 6 years.
What got you interested in MUFON? Did you hear
Um,
somebody speak?
no, I had some weird stuff that happened to me in my backyard. Some aerial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We saw some strange sightings over the hillsides in an unpopulated, like it wasn't a developed area.
Right.
What is, my mom doesn't have a signature scent, but I know she's here because I can smell cigarette. Did your mom smoke, Johnny? Do you want to come on and tell us your story? I can bring you on. I can give you a link.
Come on, John.
She's not answered. What I found out to be strange is in a lot of our shows that we're having, people they don't seem to, a lot of the things they'll think, I don't know about you, but they're not authentic, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They're not.
Believe it or not, the only one that was really authentic was Stan Gordon and John.
I'm not sure I got this other thing from somebody's posting on YouTube. Yeah, Stan Gordon. Well, he pretty much thinks that Kecksburg is a real UFO,
Okay.
and I still don't. I think it's a satellite. But let's talk about other stuff. I mean,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
No, it's
So,
my turn to ask you questions.
oh, okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Tell me about what got you into writing books.
Well, the paranormal kind of is from the sky. That kind, my novels.
Yeah.
Well, I had, like I said, I had some weird things that happened to me when I was younger. Unusual lights that come in my room, and my one son, he thinks he saw something in his room, and we just started to talk around the bonfire, and you know, but about unusual, what could really happen if they were aliens
Right.
out there. But I before that I was always weird. I was always interested in the paranormal, like the um the darkness. Okay, the dark side, not demonic or anything like spooky stuff like Dracula. I love Dracula, and I was rereading Anne Rice's
Hmm.
Interview with a Vampire,
Awesome. Good
and
movie.
I was always fascinated with Dracula,
Okay, why is that?
and because he was dark, mysterious, and they always portrayed him as being sexy and handsome, and
Uh
you
huh.
know
It's a woman thing there, huh?
yeah, it's a woman thing.
Okay.
What do you think of the houses being built where the Braddock Hospital was?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Everything out in Braddock, believe it or not, and Braddock's a nice place, but I'm telling you what, there is a ton of paranormal activity out there, and it has to deal with the mills. Um,
You mean the steel
Steel
mills?
mills, yeah, out in that area, Homestead, and very, very, very haunted. I I would need an escort in order to go in there. You know what I mean? But
What do you mean? You were just because it's
I just like
scary?
to have some protection. That's all.
You mean a bodyguard?
Bodyguard. I need my bodyguards, and trust me, I got two big boys who are bodyguards, so I wouldn't have a problem with it. But hey, if there's a haunting out in Braddock, we'll be more than happy to come out and investigate it for you.
So with the Anne Rice lives in New Orleans. I know
Right.
she does, and that's a good. I like that. That's kind of strange why I'm reading it. I didn't know she lived in New Orleans.
I'm not a big fan of Anne Rice because, like I told you when we first met, it's real hard for me to read a book. Okay, if you showed me on video or something like that about a person, I'm okay with it. But actually sitting down and reading, I guess
Oh,
you
you
call.
don't like to read.
Well, no, it's like I lose interest after I read the first two paragraphs.
Well, that's because you're not reading one of my books.
No, that's true too. Well, you didn't
No,
give me one yet. Hmm.
well, see, when I write a book, I write it like I'm watching a movie in my head, and
Hmm.
I'm the director, and that's how I write a book because I
Okay.
like this. I'm a visual person. Hi, Augie. Hi, DS. You're on
Hey,
YouTube. Like
Og.
you love spooky stuff. Yeah, everybody loves spooky stuff. And what is one of your favorite scary story on the tube? I mean, I like my favorite all time story is. I know this sounds stupid.
Nothing stupid.
Well, no, I like the old time ones.
Oh, you were reading my mind. The old Dracula, Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi, and all them. They're the best. You
You know what
can't beat
one
those.
really creeps me out is the birds. Alfred Hitch
Oh God,
Alfred
yeah.
Hitchcock, the birds. Now think about it. Put yourself in a farm or walking on a road, and like a old country road, and all of a sudden there's crows. I mean, it
Mhm.
happens all the time. It seems like, especially around this year, the crows go crazy and they're like
Yes.
everywhere, like probably like mid creep show. Yes, yes, creep show. Oh my god, I love creep show. How about the one with the guy from Airplane? Oh God, help me! And they put him on the in the beach and they bury his head in the sand. Oh, that creepy. Pet Cemetery. Yes, Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery is a good one.
You know what? The new one just didn't do it for me. I don't know about you, but the new one did not do it for
They're
me.
getting stupid.
Well, it was the old guy from what was his name? You guys know Herman Munster. What was his name? The
Fred
actor's name?
Dryer. Fred
Yes.
Dryer.
There's a bad road over there. You know how many times he said that?
Many.
I want to know how many times. If somebody knows anything like that, tell me. I want to know how many times he said that. It's creepy as hell. Yeah. The Exorcist, I can't watch that.
Why not?
That scares me. That one really scares me. The
What when she
Exorcist.
floats and turns her
Oh
head?
no, when she starts doing stuff with the cross. No, that one I don't like. No, I like real scary stories.
Hmm.
What was the one oh my god. No, Signs is scary. The Omen, yeah, the
Yeah.
dogs in the Omen, the dogs in the Omen. Those Doberman pinchers, they scare
Yeah.
me. And to
Well,
this
you know
day they
what?
scare me.
I was watching. Remember the movie Christine about the car?
Yeah, that's who is that? That's Stephen King.
Yeah. I
That's
like his shows. His stuff is pretty creepy.
very creepy.
I wish I could read the books because I hear the books are better.
You can get audiobooks too, if you don't like to sit down and read. I have a lot of audiobooks I like, and it's really good because the actors, the narrators, they really do a great job. Most of them do because they
Hmm.
actually act it out.
Hmm.
So it's good. Come on, who wants to come on here
Come
and
on, guys, let's go. Come
we
on,
want to hear
Joni.
your spooky
Come on,
story.
Joni. And I promised Joni that I would write a book.
Oh, good. Well, you better write a book.
Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that all the people we talk to write books.
There's a lot of scary stories that happen on like deserted roads, like the Lady in White.
Hmm.
The most of them are brides that died tragically, maybe on a way to a wedding, and the whole wedding party is killed. And supposedly, the Lady in White walks the street of the highway where the accident took place, and
Hmm.
that's so sad. That's so sad. That
Let
really
me
is.
ask you a question.
Hmm.
Do you watch TV shows?
Yeah,
Have you ever watched Supernatural?
yeah.
Oh, that is the show to go to. How
Well,
about any of our other listeners? Do you guys watch Supernatural? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite person in?
what are you guys' opinion of the shadow people? Okay, DS. He's
What about?
asking. You don't see the chat. DS is asking what you guys. What's your opinion on shadow people? Shadow people scare the living hell out of me. And Sean, you don't really see shadow people.
I see shadow people, but they don't scare me because they're walking that thin line between our world and their world.
Supernatural, yeah.
You know, I
Well,
mean, because you know, again, I blame the movies and TV about shadow people. I mean, it's ridiculous. Not until you really seriously experience one and experience with an open mind instead of getting that fear. The best way to conquer something like that is don't show fear. Get down and dirty with the thing. I mean, because the more fear that you show, the more that the spirits are going to come around and harass you. And they're probably not even harassing you.
no, Sean,
They
I
just want
don't.
to be seen.
No,
Yeah.
because if you're ever sleeping in the
Hmm.
middle of the night and this shadow creature standing by the foot of your bed
Hmm.
is taunting you, you're gonna
How?
be scared. I don't care.
How's he taunting you?
Definitely evil. You're right, Augie. Definitely
No,
evil.
Augie, you're wrong,
Yeah.
Augie. No, how's he taunting? Honestly, how's he taunting? I dealt with that one time, and it's so plain and
Oh,
vivid.
it's the most horrifying feeling to have someone standing over your bed and you can't really see them, they're just a shadow. Or if you're walking, and sometimes it's not always when you're sleeping.
Nope.
Um, Before my sisters passed away, especially my older sister, right before she passed away, I saw shadows everywhere, like shadowy figures,
Hmm.
even in the yard. Like if I was in my yard sitting, and I
Hmm.
seen them, and you can see them on your right here. What is that called?
Peripheral,
Peripheral vision.
peripheral
And it
vision.
seems like, and they're so fast. But some people actually think they might be time travelers. I don't know about you guys, but
Okay, that's you got a point there. That possibility can look at all.
well, they said those cryptic creatures,
Yes.
those Yeti and Bigfoots, that they're seeing for such they're seen, and all of a sudden they disappear, and then they're running again, and then disappear again. That they're actually going in and out of time.
Right. I believe that, especially if they're out in the woods. Think about it. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago about the portals that are out in the woods. I mean, there's a ton of portals out there that they can zip in and zip out. You know what I mean? Um, I just I like shadow people, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You
All right?
like shadow people? They scare the.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't want any shadow people coming around me. I'm sorry.
Then tell them to leave.
Well, I do. I also use the sage around the house,
That's
when I
bad
feel, but
move.
they say
Bad
that
move.
that sage can actually make them
No.
worse.
Yes, it can. You know what? They'll leave your house for a couple of days, and then they'll come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yes. holy
They
water, sage, all kinds of salt. The only real good form of protection is salt,
sea
pure sea
salt.
salt. Yes, ma'am. Put it on your windowsills, around your doors, outside around your property, and you just gotta make sure there's no spirits in your house when you do that, because you'll hold that spirit into your house because it won't leave because you got the salt around. But you have to make sure your house is cleared out before you put the salt around.
I was talking to a friend of mine and we were having a discussion, which kind of offended me a little bit,
Hmm.
because I'm a Catholic and I am. I would consider myself a devout Catholic, and they said, "Well, how can you be into this paranormal stuff if you're a Catholic or any kind of Christian?" And I said, "What do you mean?"
Hmm.
And because I was telling her I was using sage, and
Okay.
she's, "Why are you using sage?" And I told
Did
her,
you
I said, "Well, excuse me."
did you ask her why she uses frankincense when they burn?
No, I didn't. And we were even talking about because I wanted to do a psychic fair at my brother has a venue, and I wanted to do a psychic fair, and she said to me, "That's really against." Hi, Gina.
Hi,
Hi.
Gina. How
Hi.
are you?
And I said, I have no problem doing a psychic fair, and
Do
because
it.
I am a Catholic, so
So
what?
what?
I mean,
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I got a lot of stories. Okay. I used to travel with 7 other psychics, and we used to go for all travel 79. We'd start off in Erie and work our way down. Okay.
Mhm.
And we would stop off in these small little towns. And on Sundays, it was crazy. People who are like God fearing people would come to us to get a psychic reading.
Mhm.
Even the pastors and the reverends would come and get a reading. Okay.
Wow, I never heard that one before.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
totally blown my mind. I can't
Yes, it is. I
imagine.
mean, what's the difference? I'm not very fond of the Bible that much, but who's not to say that spirits and demons and angels are in that thing
Did you
in
just
the
say you're
Bible?
not very fond of the Bible?
Uh,
I'm sorry. I never heard that one. No, I believe
no,
I
no, no, no. There's only one book in the Bible that I really truly live by, and that's the Book of Job.
okay.
Yeah, so me and Job are on first name basis here.
Okay.
But
Well,
you know,
I
all
mean,
right,
I
this
got
is
into.
getting too religious here.
I know. Well, I got into it once with somebody really religious. I mean, not religious, Christian. She's Christian, and she used to. I used to be into. I'm still into moon rituals and stuff like that because I just like the moon ritual. And I used to go to this store in a little town in Westmoreland County, and it was called the Eye of Newt.
I
And
know where you're at.
she told my brother, like, "Oh my God, your sister's into witchcraft." I said, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." No, I say I do walk around with big hunks of salt. No,
Yeah.
but back to weird stuff. Demons are real. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Demons
Yes.
are real. And you know what? You can't ever. I would never ever say a demon's name. And that one series on CBS called Evil. It is
Hmm.
this. I'm telling you what. It was the scariest show I ever watched. I mean, I
Right.
literally was scared to go to bed at night because of the shadow people that DS mentioned. Um,
Jeez.
they're creepy, and you know what? When they know you're, like you said, they know you're afraid of them. They will
They'll
taunt you
get you.
more.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, they will taunt you more. That's why I don't think you should even talk about them because I think that'll bring them about. And we talked in our very first show was on sleep paralysis.
Hmm.
And that is a real phenomenon that happens to thousands of people. And for everyone to be experiencing the same thing is kind of freaky. I don't know about you, but I think
Uh,
it's just kind of strange.
well, I guess. I guess it's strange. Nothing's strange to me anymore, and I'm not being egotistical when I say that. I've been in the business for over 30 years, so nothing at all is strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens, it happens. You deal with it at that time that it happens.
But I think you bring it upon yourself too. If you're
People can.
constantly talking about them, I think you can manifest, just like you can manifest money, you can manifest these unusual occurrences like shadow people, um, poltergeists. And I know that people don't believe that when they say that poltergeists are only around children. I don't believe that, because I'm gonna tell you what, when I am in my cleaning my garage, like just today this happened. I was cleaning my garage and I could hear my office, and I could hear things pounding, and I'm like, "Oh my God, where the heck is that coming from?" And I will go upstairs and I'll look around, and it seems like it's only in this one particular room, which I'm in right now. It only
Hmm.
happens in this room. I don't know. I don't know. I think you can manifest it. I think if you're aware of it, it can happen. I think the more you're aware, the more you think about it, because a lot of things have been happening to me since we started the show.
Right. And I'm sorry that it is happening to you. But let me tell you about poltergeist, okay? Um, and it's a little long story, but I'll try to keep it short. There was a family that we went to up in your area, in your no, I'm sorry, in Somerset,
Hmm.
and they were having a lot of paranormal activity. And so we went up there, investigated. Really didn't catch much, but like when I go investigate a private residence, I sit down and I talk to the people,
Hmm.
okay, and I try to find out what's going on, and maybe I can put my finger on it. Well, I come to find out the story behind that house was they had a niece, okay, that would come over on the weekends,
Hmm.
okay. She was 10, 11 years old. And when this girl would step into the house, all hell would break loose. But when she would go home on Sunday night, that whole week,
Hmm.
nothing happened, okay. But every time that she stepped in the house for the weekend, um, a lot of paranormal activity, and I couldn't figure it out. So I did some research on it, and trust me, ladies out there, you know, this is not rude coming. Like I'm trying to say, this is that when a young girl is turning into womanhood, okay,
Hmm.
their body changes. And what happens is that when their body changes, they are letting off a ton of energy.
Hmm.
Okay. And so we have experienced this in like five or six other investigations to where the first thing out of my mouth is, do you have a teenage daughter? And how old is she? And usually that's what happens. And that's what we come to find out. I do
Well,
not how to express that, how it's like when a girl changes her hormones, all hell breaks loose.
isn't it the same with possession too? That there's a lot like movies like Audrey Rose, and there's a few other true stories, the hauntings of these young women who are possessed, and it's usually around the time of them, like they're
Yeah,
adolescent.
it's very possible, but I have never had a possessed young female that I had to unpossess. But yeah, it's very, very possible that it can happen.
Hmm.
That the poltergeist or the spirit is so intense. I mean, the energy that's released, oh my God. And what's really is when your house sits over power lines, okay? And then you got a teenage girl, and then your house is full with that old knob and tubing wiring in the house. You're just asking for the perfect storm for
Hmm.
paranormal activity.
So GS wants to know: have you ever heard a shadow person speak before?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
But
haven't.
nothing bad, nothing bad.
No, my son has heard them speak. Um, my there was one time he said your mother's next or something. I
Uh,
said, oh great.
hey, how about the one I'm going to hell, huh?
That was not, that was of EVP.
Yeah,
I don't
same
know
thing.
that was, I don't know if that was real or not.
It was real. It was real.
The one that was the one we've heard was John Ventry when he said, what did it say? Um,
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's spooky.
Maybe we might get an EVP tonight on our show.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm recording it. I'm sure. Well, it's on YouTube, so it'll be recorded, I guess. Yeah, you've heard one. Do they speak English? Yeah, they speak English. I think they speak any language they want. I mean, if you're Italian, they're going to speak Italian.
They also mimic other people's voices.
Yes, that's what's scary when they
Yep.
if you have a relative that passed away, and they they'll talk to you using their voice, and it's scary. You
Yeah.
think that you're talking to your relative that deceased,
Right.
and it's really some shadow person.
Can we say spirit?
Well, not all spirits are shadow. No, I don't know. I think shadow people. I don't think that there's. When I don't get that feeling if they're a spirit. I get there's just. I don't know. Like you were going back to the aliens things that people think that they're like aliens they're being abducted. That could happen, and I think Gina wants to know, what do you guys think of people who speak in tongues? Now that I wish I could speak in tongues.
Oh man, Gina, honest to God, that's craziness, man. Because one time in South Carolina when I was down there, I went to one of the churches and they were speaking in tongue. Honest to God, that freaked me out. It really did.
No, I believe there's people who have the gift of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, absolutely, no
They
doubt.
can speak in tongues.
Yes.
I think that they're just gifted that way. There's all these gifts of the Holy Spirit. And Holy Spirit, like they said, oh, how can you be a Catholic and believe? Well, the Holy Spirit is a spirit. So why wouldn't I believe in spirits? Yeah, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, ain't that one person?
That's the Trinity. Yeah, they're all. Yeah, it's one person, but there is. I don't know if anybody watched the. What was it? The Shack.
No, I don't watch stuff like that. No.
Well, it was.
I can't sleep at night.
No, that's a good. The Shack is about Jesus and God and a little girl that was murdered, and this guy, I think his name is Joe, if I'm not mistaken. Joe, maybe. And he's I don't know what happened to me. Something happened to him that he was unconscious, and he saw Jesus and the Holy Spirit and God. And God was wasn't she a black woman?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, how did we get off topic? I think shadow people are the own entity, and I think they're evil. Yes, I think you're right. I think they are devoid of light. Yes.
Who?
Shadow people. They're just demons. They're just.
We can agree to disagree on this.
Yeah, you agree to you believe that they are spirits, and I will believe that they're either demonic or they're time travelers.
I mean, think about it, right? Okay. Did the shadow person hurt you?
He tormented me. He scared the living hell out of me.
How?
I told you.
Did you allow him to torment you?
You can't move. You're trapped. You're stuck to your bed. You can't, you paralyzed. You can't even scream.
You can scream in your head.
Okay, Gina says, I was working in the hospital and was taking care of a very sick patient, and her pastor was visiting her. And I walked in the room and they were speaking in tongues. It kind of scared me, and I quickly went back out of the room. Yeah, that would scare you.
Yeah, it would. When I don't know what's being said, then yes, that would scare me.
When we're talking about movies and stuff, the most horrifying, to this day, I am scared of Rosemary's Baby. And
watched it one time, and that was it.
That was the scariest. That was probably one of the scariest movies I watched, because it was frightening. She was pregnant with the devil's child, and that freaked me out. And it goes back.
Is it based on a true story?
Well, if you think about it, I think it was the Hollywood, with all the deep state and everything, talking about the child. What is that? Human trafficking and the elite.
Yeah.
And you never know. There was a movie with Tom Cruise. Somebody help me out. I'm so bad with names. Tom Cruise went to this weird party. and they were all having an orgy. You guys know what that movie was?
No.
And they were real rich and powerful.
Mm-mm.
Why can't I remember that movie? Tom
I caught.
Cruise. Tom Cruise starred in it with his wife, which was, oh my God, Gina, you know his wife. What was her name? Why am I having dementia moments here?
Because we're talking about shadow people.
Yeah, I hate The Exorcist. Yes, The Exorcist is horrible. It's scary. The Exorcist. I can't. I don't think I've watched the whole thing. It just scares me. Eyes wide shut. Yes, that's it. Yes, yes. You're both right, Joni, Augie. Yeah, that that's sort of like, if you think about it, Epstein. I don't know about you, but it sure sounds like it. There's rich, powerful people doing weird stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's we're getting back into going off topic again.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, we're talking about our new show in New Orleans. So we're going to try to find out hauntings in New Orleans that we can talk about. And do a lot more stuff. And
Does
we
any one of our viewers right now have any suggestions for a show for us that we could do for you?
10:17, 10. What is that? What are you talking? What's 10:17? Is that a scripture?
No, Lord, I
Ten
don't know.
seventeen, 10:19. Hmm.
Joni,
Yeah.
do you have a topic for us that we can put on our radio show? Gina? Augie?
Got a new platform, new radio, FM 107.1.
We had 23,077 listeners.
Mm-hmm. No, I saw something over Sean's left shoulder.
Oh, did you? What you see?
I hope you don't see anything over my shoulder.
Oh my God, there's a shadow person behind me. Oh my God, I'm scared. Oh, my hairs are real. Oh my God. My
How
spidey
about a
senses are.
political show? Yeah, we're on a panel. We're supposed to be on Mondays from
Mm-hmm.
6 to 8. It's a political platform, political topic. Yeah, well, we do conspiracies. We try not to do political, although that we always go political. Conspiracies to me are a political part of our concept of our paranormal, because we do conspiracy theories, and there's a lot of them out there right now,
Yep.
and they all go back to the paranormal, because if you think about it, a lot of people think that QAnon is an enlightenment. If you believe in Q, you believe that you're awakened and you know what's going on, and that's part of the conspiracies. And we do conspiracy theories, and mostly UFOs, like ghosts, cryptic creatures of the night, time traveling. We do have a guide supposed to be on the show. I don't know. It is a very scary time, right, Gina? It is very scary. That's why this show is supposed to be like a distraction to all this craziness, I
I
think.
agree. I agree. That's why it makes me. I get real happy when we do this Friday night, and when we do our show on Thursday. But I enjoy this.
Yeah, it keeps our mind off of the craziness, and everybody in the paranormal field, like from UFOs to ghosts, because everyone has lost somebody, and we want to have that. When we talk about ghosts, we're not doing anything to offend them in any way. We are trying to connect with them, because we have that hope that we exist after we pass over, and that's not the end. And we have to believe that, especially if you lost a lot of people in your life, that it gives you hope that you're going to see them again. And sometimes they don't want to leave, and they don't want to go to the light. They want to stay here, because either for one reason or another, they want to be connected to us. Maybe they worry about us, or they just don't want to leave. And I don't know, it gives me hope, because I lost a lot. um, if you lost your mom or your sister or your brother, or love your father, your husband, or your wife, and sometimes they just need, maybe it's time for them to go to the light. And that's what Sean does. He helps them go to the light. And then there's the other ones that they're just like, I don't know if it was you, Sean, that you told me that some people are just so evil and so mean and just they're just cold and when they're cold and a horrible person in life, they're going to be a horrible person in death, and
Exactly.
they don't want to go over. They want to stay here and they
And
want to
raise hell.
torment people. I
Yes, they
think.
do. Yes, they do.
Yeah,
It's sad.
yeah. Gina said, "How about a show on people that died and came back?" Yeah, that would be great.
Ah, I'll
Um,
beat them. I can do that. I
yeah,
did it.
John and Sean did. Sean, why don't you tell our viewers who haven't listened to before, tell them about your experience about what happened to you.
Back in 1983, when I was in the Navy, I was taking a drug called Antabuse. And the drug Antabuse, it's supposed to wean you off of alcohol. So I had it in my system for a year. And then one day we were on an island called Diego Garcia, and I got really, really depressed. And I drank a fifth of Jack Daniels on all that stuff in my system. And I literally died for 10 minutes. And when I came through, I started to see things and hear things and feel things that weren't there. But the crazy thing that really, really was like an eye opener is people say when they die they go to the light. Not me. I went to hell. I had to go to hell because it was dark, it was scary, and it was lonely. I mean, it wasn't a pleasant feeling. And I'm thinking, I just didn't like it. I'm like looking for a way to get back into the light. It never
Oh
happened.
God.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's like seven levels, you know. There's like one through seven, seven being the highest, and one was being the lowest. And I was in number one. And I'm just glad I was alive because I really felt, and I'm being honest, I really felt that I was in hell. I was going to, I was in hell. It wasn't nice.
Wow.
And so when I came out of that, um, I always called myself a freak after I did that because like it was strange seeing and hearing and reading people's minds and feeling other people's feelings. I couldn't stay in a room anymore with people in it because it was the energies from the people was like so overwhelming, and it's like I just want to get out of there. And even to this day, and this happened back in 83, even today I really have a problem being in parties, closed rooms with other people. I need to have my space. So um,
Gina wants to know, how has it changed you?
um it got me to where I need to be right now spiritually, is where it got me to be. um I believe that it happened because my God, my spirit, my higher power set me on the path in order to get where I'm at right now. And that is to help people, that is to heal people, um, make people feel good about themselves. And I believe that's what happened in the metaphysical world. What happens when you die or if you have a traumatic experience, okay?
Hmm.
Um, when that happens, your old spirit in your body leaves and a new one pops in. And
Yeah, that's what you said. It was called a
yes,
walk-in.
walking, yeah. And ever since that happened, and it's really crazy, everybody, because I really have no recollection of me growing up, going to school. I don't have, it's like I lost everything from 20 years old back to when I was born. I have very, very bad memories. I can't remember stuff. And so I believe like my life got erased.
So you truly believe that you weren't the same person, that that
I,
person died and you had
yes,
a soul was waiting to come in
yes.
and
And I believe, and you might all think I'm nuts, but
no.
I believe it was an angel that popped into me.
Wow. And but you don't know what your life was before that. I
It's
mean,
real hard. I mean, slowly but surely, little snippets are coming back okay, I do remember, I'm starting to remember a little bit of things,
Hmm.
but as of the whole growing up situation, no, I just lost all
But you,
memory.
if you were a different person, you don't have any you don't have any memory of that person, like,
The old person, yeah, I don't really.
well, the new person.
The new person,
Yeah, the new
um,
person.
I do have memories. I have a lot of good memories when that happened. I know that I struggled with alcoholism. I wanted to feel, wanted. And um, I know that when I started all of this, the meditation, the teachings, the teachers, it was like spirit was putting me on this path. And I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you said that you died and you went to hell, and
Hmm.
another spirit came in and took over.
Yes.
That spirit that took over, do you have any memory of that person? Do you have memories of the life that you had before, the existence of your soul?
Oh, that's deep. Um,
Okay, because you said you died and you went to hell.
hmm.
That person died.
Yeah,
And
that's
then a new
gone. He
person,
left.
that person that came, that soul that came into your body and took over. Do you
The
have
angel.
any recollection of that? Do you have
Uh,
any memories or feelings of that soul?
Not really. No.
So it's a brand new, clean slate
Yep.
that took over.
Yes, ma'am.
But this new person has supernatural abilities,
Yes.
telepathy, or not telepathy, but sort of
Emp-
telepathy, or uh,
empathy.
empathy, and the gift of spirit, seeing spirits.
I'll tell you what happened, though. I know that I used to be a real asshole. I used to, no, seriously. We wouldn't be talking because I was an asshole. And I was a mean drunk. And all I know is when this new person came in, my life became a lot better.
That's good,
It took a
John.
long time, but eventually it did. And I believe God or spirit, whoever you want to call him, I call him my higher power. He had me set on this path because it seems like every year, 2 years down the road, something new happens and stuff like that. And I just go along with the ride because my biggest thing, why me? Why are you having me, do this? Why are you making me heal people? Why are you making me, why me? Why me? Why me? Because I was such an asshole growing up. I do remember that. I was a mean drunk. And I'm thinking, there's other good people out in the world that this could happen to, but why did you choose me?
Why
And
not you?
yeah, and it took me a very long time to accept the fact that this is the path that I'm walking on, and I had to accept it because the more I denied it, the harder it was hard on me because Spirit made sure that I was on that path.
How long have you been sober?
Uh, January 21st will be 30 years.
Well, congratulations to that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah, that's a big milestone. It's a fascinating story, and Joni is right. You should probably write a book.
you.
And yeah.
And I will come out to Indiana, honey, and I will personally deliver it to you.
She would love it. She loves to read. She's one of my best fans. Yeah, Joni's a wonderful woman. We love her. I'm missing you, girl. Yeah, she moved away from here. Um, yeah, that's a fantastic story. I can't top that one, so I won't even try. Yeah, I think that gave you a gift to. The empathy is a wonderful gift.
So that's a curse. It's a gift, but it's a
Yeah, but
curse.
it's like you can empathize with somebody.
It's a
Um,
curse.
yeah, that's
It,
scary though.
yeah, it is. It is because knowing what that person is feeling, thinking, it's like, in a way, I kind of guess it's a good gift because you don't have to worry about what that other person thinks about you.
Well, Well, like empathy is that you can relate to what they felt. You are more sensitive. You're intuitive
Yes.
to people.
Hmm.
You know, you're pretty precise when you know somebody's being a jackass,
Yes.
and you know that's how I am. I'm very intuitive when it comes to that. I can tell people. I know right away if they're not on my side, and I let them usually know it too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We're coming up there. I would say there's a lot of things we can talk about
Hmm.
besides just
Come
ghosts.
on, people. Joni, Gina, come up with something. Give me some. Augie, quit being quiet. Start talking, buddy.
Yeah, this is a time. We're into. I believe there's so much evil in the world, and I think there's a lot of doors that are opening,
Uh,
and some of those doors that you just don't want to open. And once you open them up, and going back to last night's show about money, I don't. I truly believe if you want money, you have to get. If you want to manifest money and stuff like that, you're gonna have to give up something. It could be a loved one. Because think about it, a lot of people inherit money from deceased people. There,
right.
you lose your mother, or your father had money, get their inheritance. You're gonna lose somebody. So I don't know if it's all that important enough for me because that's probably the only way I'm going to get money is if someone dies or inherits it.
Do you
Uh,
do you know for me, money is really not a big thing anymore because I did what I wanted to do in life. And when I wake up in the morning, you know, I'm happy. When I can go to bed at night,
oh
I'm
yeah, money's
happy.
not everything. No,
Nah.
but you do need it to survive. You do
Well,
need it. It'd be
but
nice if you
here's the
had.
crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing about that. At one point in time, I didn't pay my rent for a year. Okay, I didn't pay my car payment for a
Well,
year.
how did you get it by?
Somehow I had food, and somehow I had a roof over my head, and somehow I had a car. And I can't explain it. Okay, and the biggest thing though was the love of my son. My
Mm.
son is my world, and so I believe that spirit was helping me get through the year without money. Hey, oodles and noodles go a long way. You can come up with a lot of freaking good recipes with oodles and noodles. And I always had cigarettes.
Mhm.
It's just crazy. Um,
I think
and I
if you
didn't manifest that either.
no,
I
I think
just,
if you just a survivor,
yeah.
you know.
Hmm.
I was watching Paranormal Caught on Camera the other
Hmm.
night, and they had some really cool things on there. A lot of the ghosts seem to want to stay.
Right.
Like if they died in a particular home, or it could just be their home, and then they sell it, that they just don't want to leave that home, and they get really pissed off if you do stuff like changing stuff,
Yep.
rearranging stuff, remodeling, and they get
Yep.
really pissed off when you do that.
That's 90% of the hauntings that we
But yeah,
go to.
they get pissed off that you're rearranging their house,
Yep.
and they don't want you to do that. And a lot of them, and I know, yeah, the Travel Channel, exactly. That's all great. I love the Travel Channel, Johnny. And that seems like, or the house was built on property that's haunted,
Yes, exactly.
and
Especially out in that area where you're at.
I mean you have the Indians and
Hmm.
everything. Yeah.
That big war out there, yeah.
Well, what
That
about
battlefield.
yeah? What about the animals that pass away and they linger on?
Oh, that animals are normal. You ever have a pet that has passed away?
Yeah.
Do you ever sit down on the couch and feel something brush against your
Uh-huh.
leg? There you go.
Or at night, and when you feel them crawl up against you and go
Yes,
to sleep.
animals do have spirits. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different.
Well, I told you about the image on the wall, on the door that we had brand new
Yeah,
doors. I told you that, yeah.
yeah.
That they stick around
Yes, they do.
and they want to make sure you're okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, they want to stick. They want to make sure they want to protect you,
Yep.
especially guard dogs that die, like German
Yep.
Shepherds or
Yep. Absolutely.
Rottweilers. Yeah, they stay. They want to. They continue to do their job, and
Hmm.
that even through death, they stay and they linger on forever, or until you pass
Pass.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't leave. And you know
No.
what's
Yeah.
crazy about
That's a
that?
nice feeling too. To know that
Of
they're
course it is.
there. Yeah.
So if you ever take a picture and you see a green orb,
A green orb.
that's an animal spirit.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna
Yep.
have to go look at some pictures that I have.
Yeah. Seriously.
Do you believe that the electricity is that a true phenomenon? I think we discussed this before. That the electricity is like if you have like there's some people, I know myself, I'm very electrical. When
Yeah,
I was
you
work
are.
when
You
I worked
sparkle.
I don't mean that. When I, when I used to work in the office, everything I would touch that was electrical, I would mess it up.
Hmm.
Do you know what that would be caused by?
Your energy with that energy.
It just messes it up. Like I
I'm
I
telling you
broke
what,
a
Jenny, right now.
printer.
I know you right now. And since I've known you, you have more energy than you can ever imagine.
Electrical energy.
Yes, you do.
Well, I think I have a lot of psychic energy.
The same thing.
I mean, this is going back to the time when I was a young girl.
Oh,
I had an experience in my room, a
can I
light.
tell you something right now?
Sure, darling.
Okay. Um, I smell cigarette smoke, and nobody is on their porch smoking a cigarette.
So who smoked a cigarette?
My father.
There you go.
Yeah. I just
So
thought I'd share that. Sorry for
yeah.
interrupting you.
Oh no, I used to smell my brother's cigarette smoke. I used
Hmm.
to when he passed away. Oh my god, it was weird. I'd smell his cigarettes all the time. It was kind of creepy because you knew he was around. No, I was just gonna say that I had some psychic energy going back to oh my god when I was really young, and some things that got so bad that I had to push it away
All right.
because yeah, I had to push it away because it scared me and I didn't know what to do with it.
That's
Do
what
you remember
happens.
David Bloom on NBC?
Yeah.
This is back then. That's when I pushed it away. I looked at him and I told my mother he was in Iraq, I think it was, or Afghanistan. I'm not sure which one it was. And I said, he's gonna die. He's gonna
Hmm.
die. He's gonna die tomorrow. And he
Right.
died.
Hmm.
Scared the crap out of me. I said, "Oh my god, I should have called somebody." Yeah, he died of an embolism in his leg or something. Went to his I don't know if it went to his heart or his lung.
Wow.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, yeah, I do have a lot of energy, and sometimes I don't know what to do with it. My brain goes like, I have all these ideas, and I don't know how to write them down, and I'm like going nuts.
Well,
Yeah.
can I make a suggestion to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go out in your backyard and sit on a chair or something and plant your feet, take your shoes off, and plant your feet on the ground.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
And then push all that energy down through your legs, through your feet to the
Mother
ground.
Earth takes care
Yes,
of it.
ma'am. Yes, she
Yeah,
does.
she takes care of it good.
Hey, I have a question for our viewers out there. Do you guys still dress up for Halloween? And if you do, what was your favorite Halloween costume?
What was yours?
Mine? A gynecologist.
Are you kidding me?
No, because in the meat room at Giant Eagle, right, I have, a long coat and put a pencil
Oh
and a
my God,
stethoscope.
you're a
Yeah,
creep.
I am a creep.
Oh God. What I use always Dracula, vampires. I'm fascinated with vampires.
Now I can tell now. Look what you're wearing, the hat. That's it. You can make a cute one.
I'm always fascinated with vampires. I think that's probably that and witches.
Mhm.
Not
So,
that I'm a
anybody
witch.
out there that want to tell us what their favorite?
Joni, Jules, Gina probably went to bed. Yeah. No, no one wants to tell us anything.
Oh,
Is there anything else you'd like to talk to before we call it a night?
no,
I
I'm
dress up
good.
as usually sexy costumes. Yes, we know, like little maid and a little nursey. Yeah,
Who's that? Who's that?
Gina.
Gina. Okay. Hi, Gina. Yeah.
I went to high school with Gina. I met her in 11th grade.
Uh huh.
And she thought it was cool. I was giving her, I think she was doing my makeup actually. Hi, Gina. Cosmetology. I was so bad in school. I don't even want to go there. Oh, I was a burnout. Smoke pot in the bathroom. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bad kid. I didn't like school. And yeah, you're laughing. Yeah, it was fun. The school days. Yeah.
So, when you tell our viewers about our show on next Thursday, what's all about and what's happening?
What did we decide?
Well, no, just tell them what's going on. Our show's coming up. Yeah, we're going to talk about haunted Louisiana, New Orleans,
Yeah,
and
well, yeah, we did have a schedule, and since we have a new format, we're not really sure what we're going to do. We're pretty booked up until December, but that may change. Yeah, we're going to try to look up some hauntings in New Orleans and talk about New Orleans hauntings and go that way. I'm not sure. Um,
but it's Thursday night on at 7 o'clock.
yeah, I've seen a ghost in apparition. Have you seen one? Jules wants to know if you saw a
Yes.
ghost.
Oh, many, a lot. I've seen a lot.
What were they? Just like figures?
No, real people. Real
Just real.
people.
No, when you say real people, were they solid mass or were they
Solid
just like
mass.
a
Solid
mist?
mass. Solid mass.
That's what some Jackie Drula told us. Druga said that she saw her mother like she was just sitting on her bed, like she was just
Hmm.
her mother, and it
But a
wasn't like
lot,
a.
a lot of spirits won't, especially when it's a family member, when they know that you are able, feel comfortable seeing them in a full apparition, full body, then they will come to you. They're not going to, especially family members, if they know you're not ready, then they're not going to show themselves.
They're not going to show themselves.
No.
What do you call this? Years ago, my brother passed away, and he was laying on the couch. I thought it was my son, but all of a sudden it wasn't my son. It was my brother.
Huh.
Now, what is that? Just a trip of the eye, or was that some kind of spirit thing?
It could have been a spiritual thing. It could have seen, yeah, this is a spirit thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Just that's
I
the only
mean,
thing.
the paranormal world, the spiritual world, is so much to be discovered, so much to learn about, and then eventually, hopefully, you know, when we can finally realize what's happening, then we'll have an answer. But to be honest with you, I think we will never have an answer, never,
Never.
until we die, and then maybe we can, like Russ Round says all the time in my group. When he dies, he wants to know if there are people that is there a role for ghosts to come and talk to you? Is there a role that you can only haunt in a certain spot? Um, so that's a good question, a couple of good questions. So to be honest with you, whenever it's my turn to pass away, I'm going to be able to go out there and find out all these answers, what I can do.
Hmm.
And I do have a list.
You have a list.
I have a
Okay,
list.
when the spirit world,
Hmm.
and I know a lot of people talk about spirit guides.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a spirit guide and a spirit?
The spirit guide's the one that helps you. I mean, the spirit guide's the one that helps you in your life as you move on in the living. It just protects you from nasty things, evil things. I have a spirit animal totem.
Uh
It's
huh.
Lakota. He is a wolf, and he protects me. And I have the Archangel Uriel. He protects me whenever I'm in trouble. Or if I mess up, he doesn't hesitate to beat my butt every now and then. But spirit guides, they help you go along the way. Go,
To help you go along.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Jules. Um, He says, I got a ghost face picture of a spirit that grabbed my butt in the shower block on a ghost tour I went to here in Australia. He's from Australia, I
Oh,
think.
sweet. Um, can he send a picture to you and we'll check it out and get an answer back to him?
I don't know if he can post a picture on here or not. Yeah.
Not now, but later on. Please
Yeah.
send a picture so we can look at it.
So most of those pictures that people take are fake
Um,
before we got like there's a lot in the past that are true. Our angel spirit guys, he wants to know too.
yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, Jules. A lot of the pictures that people take now are all Photoshop, but there are some legit ghosts caught on camera
Mhm.
before all this digital stuff happened. So there's if you have a picture from how what would you say like 19 before the
50s,
1990s?
yeah, 50s,
Anything
60s,
before that
70s.
that before when did Photoshop come into existence? I don't even know.
I want to
Pro-
say 80s, to be honest with you,
I
or
don't
whenever
know.
computers started. But you can tell if somebody photoshopped something in a picture.
Here, he sent me something in Messenger. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. I don't see it, Jules. You sent me in Messenger, or are you going to send me it in Messenger? Because I don't see anything right now. I don't see any yet. Yeah, I don't know. I think that yeah, send me a messenger, Jules, and I'll look at it and I'll send it to Sean. Yeah, I think if you catch I've seen a lot of there's some really legit pictures of ghosts caught on camera that I've seen that are legit. They're scary as hell.
Mhm.
Videos. I don't know if you can. I guess you could.
Yep. We
Um,
remember that picture of that girl in the closet I told you
yeah.
about? Okay, we actually got her on video, but my ex girlfriend, she has that. And I can't get that video from her.
Augie wants to know. He asked Sean about the graveyard picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I never sent that to you. It was like,
No, you
uh,
didn't.
it was up in New Brighton, and it was like 99 degrees out. It was a really hot one. And Val, she snapped a picture, and you can literally see a guy looking over some graveyard, a grave tomb. And yeah, I'll send you the
Wait, was that
picture.
the one that you sent me?
The one that he's on the left hand side, and he looks like he's wearing a real heavy coat.
Probably.
Yeah, that
That was from the
was
eight. Was it from like war, civil? Was that from one? Was that the one that was at Gettysburg?
no. This was over in New Brighton
Oh, okay.
at that cemetery. I will send that picture to you again. And yeah, that was a that's a legitimate ghost picture. And I will post these on our Facebook page, right?
Yeah, I wish I knew how to use the. I'd have to get another monitor. I think you have to have two monitors to actually screen share, and I'd have to probably buy one. I'm not really sure how to do that. Maybe I could
Mhm.
post the pictures, post some stuff when we do a live. I mean, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on out there that's causing a lot of this stuff.
Mhm.
And it seems like there's so much unrest in the world.
A
And I think
ton.
it's affecting the paranormal world and I don't know. Are they still having the thunder like noise out there? Like people were hearing noise like this thunder.
I
Like
I don't know.
you have to you're gonna have to look into that stuff because there's a lot of like I don't know what it is. It's, some people call even John Ventry talked about it. That these loud noises that people don't know what they're coming from. Sometimes I think it's a airplane.
Oh wait, I saw something on YouTube about those, and some of them have were like fake. They were made up by people.
Some of them were, but not
Yeah,
all of them.
right. The only one I'm listening for is Gabriel's horn. When I hear that horn, I know we're done.
Gabriel's or trumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trumpets blow, it's time.
Yeah,
It's
that's it.
the ends of time.
Yeah, we're done.
Well, I think we're about done right now too.
Yeah, my phone's about dying.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Yes, always.
I want everybody to start sending me or posting some ideas for our shows. We want to be more paranormal, more well, like I said, paranormal is anything beyond the scope of normal, whatever's not normal. Mediumships aren't normal, but some that could be. Sounds, cryptic creatures, myths, um, everything from ghosts to hauntings to aliens to UFOs. And like guys, there is a big upswing in the UFO sightings
Yes, sir.
and people talking about being abducted. And we do have a person again on the show that she claims that she was abducted and she wrote a book, which that would be, let me see what we have on. I think she's in, let me see if it's September. Looking at my calendar. Okay, that's October. September. Yeah. No, she's not. We have MUFON. A woman from MUFON is going to talk about a lot of UFO sightings and crazy stuff going on the 17th. I think she's in October. Okay. Oh, wow. She's in November. The alien abductee. Yeah, she's on the 26th of November. She's going to talk about alien abductions. She was abducted. She wrote a book. And so if you have any ideas for stories, topics, let us know. And
Yes, please do.
you can check us out on Thursdays at 7. Vampires suck. Vampires. Yeah, Gina, I want to talk about vampires because there are some vampires that exist, and people, or how about this? People who believe they are vampires. And there's some psychic vampires, and we can have a show on that because there's a lot of people out there I know personally are vampire psychic. They just suck the living energy out of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, shoot us some emails. Not email. You could do emails, or you can go post on our website, chasingprophecy.com. We have a chat there. You can even chat with us there. But we have the Chasing Prophecy Facebook page. We have the YouTube channel. And when we go live on Thursdays, you can actually watch us on YouTube because 107.1 FM, they do a YouTube live. So you can go right to his, I'll post the YouTube channel. You can go right there because he does post to YouTube live on Thursdays. And we are, I'm going to try to do the Facebook live on my side, but here integrating the Skype call into but it didn't work this time. Johnny told me that it did not catch my audio for some reason. I can't do it here because it's not integrated to a Skype. It won't take the Skype call because it goes through Skype into his radio station and it's broadcast in the New Orleans. So, but we are live on Thursdays on his, and I will post the link, United Public Paranormal radio station. I will post a link. Thank you guys. Good night, Gina.
You.
I'm going to post that. And like I said, Thursdays we're live, and we'll try to do these every once in a while. And so if you have any topics for us to discuss, any kind of hauntings you want us to investigate, we'll talk about on the show. If you have an unusual haunting, fairies, yes, Jules, I love fairies. We're definitely going to have to talk. I do have some about fairies coming up for one of the shows. So, well, we're going to say good night.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight, and have a great weekend.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Night.
And
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye.